Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly, and it is time for the monthly market update. Welcome back, guys. Cole and Kelly Watkins with the Bridge Group EXP, and we have kind of a different setup now. We've been working on our in-house studio for quite a while now, and things are starting to come together. It's by no means finished, but that's where we are today. We look forward to bringing you a bunch of wonderful content from our studio here shortly.
Yes, absolutely. But today we are bringing you not only last month's market update, but for the entire year of 2020. And boy, was it a crazy year. Overall, it's a record-breaking year for the Houston real estate market. So a couple of records that we broke overall was we finished 10.5% ahead of where we were in 2019. So 2019 was already a record-breaking year for real estate, and in 2020 we beat it out of the water by 10.5%. So
wow.
A crazy, crazy year for overall real estate. There's a couple other records that were broken in 2020 in terms of the Houston real estate market. One was July was our greatest one-month sales volume of all time in the history of the Houston real estate market. So July was a very, very crazy month. And December, last month, was a crazy month too. We hit record high prices for the overall Houston market for both the average sales price and the median sales price of the Houston real estate market.
That's awesome.
And you can see it on the screen behind me as well. Our average sales price ended up around $324, and our median sales price is around $260. So those were about 6% of where we were in 2019. And not only that, the last record that we broke was the lowest months of inventory in Houston history at 1.9 months of inventory in December.
And we're feeling that.
Yes.
We're still feeling that right now. And you know, a lot of people are, well, what is months of inventory? That's a very real estate-y type of thing to say. But I try to do my best explaining this.
Right.
Months of inventory is, let's just say this, Mayor of Houston goes up there, COVID, quarantine, whatever, you cannot sell. We're making it illegal to sell any more homes, right? Or list any more homes. In 1.9 months, every house that is listed in Houston would be sold in 1.9 months. That's what the months of inventory means.
Right.
So this is truly the lowest we've ever seen it, and we're definitely feeling that. What does that mean? We represent buyers all the time. It's multiple offers, and it doesn't matter what price point. From $750,000 to $250,000, we're seeing multiple offers, and you got to work with an agent that knows how to structure not just the price. Any agent can tell you need to offer over list.
Yeah. Of
course, that's an easy thing to do. But we can also rearrange those terms in that contract to where the seller might not be over asking, but it's more favorable for the seller to consider our offer. Mm-hmm. But what I wanted to mention was, because of the inventory, right now, if you've had thoughts of selling, maybe 2020, and this is kind of predictions on the market. We did this about this time last year, and we were right. But you know, we didn't know how right we would be, but we were right. What I'm thinking that's going to happen this year is, you got to think 2020, a worldwide pandemic hit, and say that 3 times fast. A worldwide pandemic hit, and whenever it hit, people that were wanting to sell or thinking about selling in 2020 said, you know what, I don't want a lot of traffic or a lot of strangers where I don't know where they've been coming through my house, especially because of COVID and everything else. So they didn't list their property. Now, the ones that did, and they couldn't list it fast enough, and they were sold. So that kind of took that market inventory down. Now, what we're seeing is, probably with the vaccine, new president, and then the markets, financial markets, doing what they're going to do. We do believe that we're going to see a spike in inventory. I believe we're going to see a spike in inventory closer to summer, when it normally would hit. November through March, you're typically going to have low inventory. This time it's super low inventory because we already had record low inventory before. All of these being taken into account, I would suggest, if you're looking to sell, if you've had thoughts of selling, let us run a home valuation for you. Let us run a CMA for you and show you the value of your property so that you can make a determination whether it's worth you selling or not. We have clients right now that you're able to sell a little bit higher right now because there's not as much to compete with. So I definitely think right now, if you're a seller, right now is the absolute best time to sell before the market begins to normalize.
Right. And I guess predictions overall for 2020 is that it's going to be another amazing year. We don't feel like there's going to be any sort of downturn. We do feel like there may be some foreclosures coming up in the third and fourth quarter, but it's not going to be anything major like some people have thought or are anticipating.
Yeah, and I also think that for a buyer, if you are out there and you're making offers on properties and you're losing out on those offers, don't be discouraged. Know that in coming up toward closer to summer, the market will begin to normalize. Interest rates have been at a historical low, but this last week they ticked up a little bit. And they're going to continue to tick up a little bit because we've hit rock bottom with those interest rates. Right. You can't go anywhere.
Right.
And so they are going to start to tick up. So buyers are going to start buying a little bit more because they want to capitalize on these low interest rates. And at the same time, a lot more sellers are going to be coming to market. So the market is not going to be going down. It's not a bad market. It's going to be a normal market.
Right.
And I feel like that's what we're going to have to really repeat, is that this 2020 was not a normal market.
A normal year in any sense.
Yeah, it was an insane market. 2021, I do think that things are going to start to normalize a little bit more. Days on market will go up. Prices of properties might come down because the demand isn't as high with a higher inventory.
Absolutely. So that is kind of what we see in 2020, what we're expecting in 2021. As always, we're here for all of your Houston real estate needs going into the next year, and we can't wait to work with you guys and see you sometime this year, in person, hopefully. Thanks, have a good one.